Okay, that's... dark. Okay, there we go. Alright, I got that up. Okay. Alright, I think last time I left off I was gonna talk to Kuno because we're trying to help him figure out what his deal is.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
Who's saying that?
People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different.
I would never expect you to.
Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
He says, looking at your pathetic limp. Okay.
Feels good for some reason.
Ah, damn it. Okay, I need increased
Watch out,
empathy.
Pig. It's a dangerous world out there, but Kuno's got his eyes on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Who knows?
Kuno starts doing that "I got my eye on you" gesture repeatedly. Okay, that's nice. Can I increase empathy immediately? Where's empathy? There you are. I might as well. Okay, what's my most, like, empathetic clothes? -1, I don't need that. I figured, because you have, like, the option to point the gun at the kids. Yeah, that's annoying. It's like, parent, can you get your fucking stuff straight here? I have to admit, when I had the chance, I did point the gun at the kid. But that's because I was hoping it would scare her away and she would go away. And just, like, never come back, because she's annoying. But then she just had to be crazy about it, and it didn't help. And I was like, ah, come on, now I feel bad. I definitely feel like I should replay this game later. And, do a few things in a different order, or just, like, choose a few different things, just to see what happens. Like, maybe... I don't know. If a freaking adult pointed a gun at me, I would be like, goodbye, I would duck behind the fence and run away. But no, that little brat was like, I'm gonna be a little brat about this. Hey kid. Hey kid. You want some trash? Hmm?
You were too pushy last time. Think this through. Try to really understand the psychological bond Kuno has with Kuno S.
What's the deal with that little brat?
Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something very bad.
Well, that's annoying. Yeah, it's like, I know people got their own schedules and stuff, but you really have to confer with... everyone. Instead of just being like, oh, this is what we're doing, be like, hey, would your plans work here?
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him.
Man, at this point, she might be the killer. It is good that you were able to give a week's notice. I've had some things happen where I've had to be like, yeah, sorry guys, I literally know it's like the day before.
Also,
That's always such a bitch.
Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two.
Yeah, she's almost
Kuno
like
has no
enabling him,
problem
kind of.
near you, while the other hides behind the fence. She came up with that psychopath. Also,
Okay.
all in all,
Fuck you whispering about?
We're whispering, don't you know?
he's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
Kid, you're incapable of making me uncomfortable. Vaguely annoyed, perhaps, but
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
he turns back to you and hunkers down.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Okay, the first option didn't work last time. Could ask just what's up with her. She is fucked up. I don't know what's wrong with her, but... Yeah, that would be cool if your other friend could visit you somehow, because then you could hang out with all your friends. Try this one?
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
He raises his voice and lowers it again. Yeah, I know everyone's fucked
Wrong
up.
move. But he's whispering still.
Okay.
You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no guarantees here.
Yeah. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Okay, I'm sure she's told you that. He whispers tensely.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
But he was throwing rocks at a corpse, and like kind of fucking with a murder investigation. I don't think he cares. I wonder if like does your friend have transportation issues, or do they just prefer not to travel? It would be nice if they don't have transportation issues, if they're able to visit you more often.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants.
He called himself he for a second. Just like another time he called himself I.
Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
He hunches down again.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
What do you mean she smoked someone? Do you think she has anything to do with the dead man? You said she's insane. Is this Napakimki? Bagari? She your sister? How are you dealing with all this? I mean, it is important to know not to talk to cops. Thankfully, these are alternate history cops from a sci-fi reality. It's fine. What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
He stares at you intently.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
You serious about this killing business?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops you killed?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes in the back of his head and stops.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children.
Possibly, yeah.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
I think it's possible she killed other children.
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, there. That's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her.
Can I glance over?
Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not smiling anymore.
Think she has anything to do with the dead guy?
Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Told you this already.
No, where were you guys?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Well, I don't know how much to believe him, but he's being uncharacteristically serious.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
What's the language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Right? Harry's been calling her the creature for a while now. I'm sad that his mutton chops haven't regrown over the time he was passed out. Maybe his body didn't have enough energy for it. I regret shaving every day. I mean, he said he felt nice, but... heck. Okay, go take care of whatever you gotta do, man. Are you able to... Well, I don't know if you have any money, but, like, are you able to get to the store yourself?
Some things
Nakis.
are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, she was just there.
He points to the apartment building behind the fence. She an orphan?
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck, looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
Kuna flinches and lowers his voice even more. The hallway there, with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
Seems like something really fucked up happened to her family, maybe?
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what it could have been.
Murder hangover? When she potentially killed
Kill
someone?
the kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hibernate there. Usually goes on for a few days, up to a week. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
Said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
He looks at you suspiciously as you come out of your thoughts. What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
He points at himself. How you dealing with all this shit, man?
How's Kuno dealing with this? Kuno's dealing with it just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with this, waving your gun, Mad dog shit. Kuno remembers what you did there.
Sorry, man.
Kuno's got this shit under control.
He spits through the gap in his front teeth. She needs professional help. I mean, yeah. You need backup. I'm here for you.
Listen. See, it's Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her.
Okay.
You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You wave your gun around her one more time. Try to take it away.
He points to his eyes and yours.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her. Sneak up on you later and fuck you up. You understand?
The boy looks you in the eye. Black pupils trying to focus. I mean, honestly, you can't take down men several times your size. You'll end up dead yourself. I don't know, man. Kids can be pretty scrappy and they're fast too, and you're injured. I can respect that.
Alright, now we can do business.
He wipes the sweat off his brow.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts, no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
He does what he wants.
Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
He turns back to you.
Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
Okay, man.
See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex.
He pulls on his tracksuit trousers.
Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
He spreads his hand like a baker presenting the goods. A smile spreads across his crushed face. How's that about you earning and even errands in illegal narcotics? Yeah, give me them pants.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies.
Kuno unzips his jacket again and pulls the pants out of the plastic wrapping.
Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
He looks at you with pride.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
Well, I'm trying to keep him off drugs in this playthrough. I'm kind of interested in seeing if I could, like, slowly give him drugs in another playthrough, even though I don't really want to do drugs and alcohol, but, what is his errand? What does that be, running an errand?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
His eyes bulge, their veins reach out like tree branches. Aha!
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed.
Steroids?
If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Okay, so... I gotta, like, beat him up or something? He nods at the building behind him. Who is your dad?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster.
He says proudly.
He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
That sucks, man. I feel really bad for you. Yeah, that's a hassle. It sucks that it's even cutting into your, like, hairstyling plans.
You know how you'd be best off here? With a gun. Best have it in your hand when you go in there.
I mean, maybe. Okay.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
Going in there all guns blazing to get that speed because I need it. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol. I'm going in for their justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm gonna confiscate that crap. Going in for justice. I'm a narc. I'm gonna confiscate the crap. Why? You need speed. I'm not going in there. I'm after the most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out.
I don't know, man. You're a kid. You should probably start sobering up.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
He aggressively points at his eyes.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
Okay.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm gonna kill Kuno's dad. I'm a bad addict cop, and I'm gonna get my fix. Come on, Camp Whisper. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it. We need to get the drugs away from a minor. Yeah.
Okay then.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I'm like, maybe we can get the drugs and then get them out of there? Okay, so it's back there, right? So those apartments? Okay. Maybe while I'm walking down here, I can, go to that guy and see if he has that hat, because I want that hat. I think it might have been... Oh... Because the thing I was reading says that even if you give the hat away, it's the only hat you can rebuy. Like, everything else you can only get at once. Cats! Quiddits! So, like, I feel like I should be able to get the hat, right?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100.
Orange in the
These are
box.
all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses.
These are all first-rate sunglasses.
No,
Premium
how do I...
design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe.
Is there
and
no way to
cool
get the hat
while
now?
doing your dangerous police work.
Oh no.
These are all boring.
These are all
Okay.
first-rate
No! Ah, man, because the way to get those is I have to, like, fail a check. Oh, man, poor old guy. I already talked to him this day,
Mon
right?
Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, I know all about that kind of pain. I've had hip trouble for the past week. Maybe it's time to slow down, enjoy life a bit. Anything I can do to assist you?
He smiles apologetically. That's fine, man. Wait, wrong way. How you doing, kid? You doing alright?
Hello again, sir.
I never asked her these
It's the
questions.
type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Aw, what about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
You should write a book. What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Oh, yeah. Those are always kind of annoying, so I was like, let's go around the class, say your name and 2 interests or whatever. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at
I
all?
haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful
I
breakup?
don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life. Phantom limb. I'll keep that thought
Sometimes they break up for a
inside.
little while, but then they always get back together.
Okay.
Maybe some about other books?
She rubs her chilled nose with her fist. Who are these famous
Oh,
people?
kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold-reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those books doesn't make the readers more famous, does
But
it?
it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. It's this game. This game is a book about you. Fame has forbidden people have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Maybe someone will write a book about me
Why
one
would they
day.
do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Okay, thanks. I'm sure some people would think that's cool, but I like how he actually does have a mild limp here. She's not up there. They say it was number 11.
Give me a moment.
Cleaning lady seems to be having difficulty breathing. I'm looking for the parents of a kid named Kuno.
The waiters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Maybe it would help to be, Oh my god, they're like tights. Hilarious. Okay. Cats! Jesus Christ. Could be good to have composure, but it could also be good to have authority. I'm gonna bust in there looking, very interesting. Cats, I swear to god. I am wearing this underneath that, so... Man, I need to scare the guy, right? But what if I also need to be empathetic? I should actually check out those books at some point. Okay. Hat. Do like that. Would this help me at all? I look insane. Well, I mean, if the guy deals with drug addicts, then... Come on, Kim, we're gonna go intimidate a drug dealer. Is this the one? I have no idea how this is gonna go. I'm kind of committed after the tribunal. I mean, I've already reloaded twice, but as long as nothing happens to Kim, everything is fine.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Uno? Looks like we found out where Kuno's dad lives.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
Just in case I need them after knocking.
A shabby door hangs oddly. No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky 1 shaped shadow and a marker drawn 2.
A 2?
Good thing you already have the chain cutters in your hand. Nothing left to do now but snip, snip, snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
I am so sorry, man. Where is this bastard? Is he not here? Taking his money. Kuno de Ruyter is the name on the unfinished homework.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw.
Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on this table.
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room.
Take
You
it.
pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
If you weren't in a drama class, I would be surprised. I mean, you like theater, so... Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Oh no, Lieutenant, look at that pile of clothes. Lieutenant has covered his nose. Slowly reach out your hand.
Something underneath there is breathing.
Ew.
It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out.
Keep extending your hand.
Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in... It's
Oh, fuck.
deep in suffering somehow.
Pull the blanket
You
off.
see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth.
Ew. Ow. Well, sounds like you're having a good time at least.
You
Unlike
don't
this
have
guy.
to take him down. He's already down.
Is this Kuno's father we're
Oh.
seeing?
Judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes.
I was expecting something
I
worse.
think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to.
The lieutenant tilts his head. Yeah, this is it's almost sad. I mean, if he's really as horrible as Kuno says he is, then I don't feel too bad for him, but still.
This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but... At least he won't be beating his son.
Yeah.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
What happened to his eyes?
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight.
I'm still not sure he's not dead. Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with a strong stench of alcohol.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
I took your amphetamine, old man. Try to figure out what he's trying to say? Maybe we should help him somehow?
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Nod.
We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The lieutenant stops listening to him.
Years, months, weeks.
Days?
The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
Oh no. Well, maybe your improv was appreciated. They're like, hey, points for good improv. Try to hear what he's saying.
The man groans once
How?
again, but
Wow.
his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something, and then falls back again, limp and defeated by sleep. A loud snore escapes his mouth.
Okay, is this thing even
I'm
alive?
afraid it is. Look, it moves.
He points to a fleshy limb sticking out from the other end of the blanket. The limb seems to be twitching from time to time.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
I took your amphetamine, old man.
Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body.
Yeah, where did that shit thing go? Regular black jeans. Oh, what? It's from 2 years ago. The air stinks with something sour.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room is stale.
Well,
Any other options I had?
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone.
Doesn't look like he's gonna fuck anyone
it
up
really
anytime soon.
doesn't. This looks very hard to recover from.
Lieutenant tilts his head.
This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
He's gonna sleep it off. I know this shit.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
Well, I took his drugs. I ain't gonna need that. Anything else hidden in here? Whoops. I do not want to be running right now. There's secrets in here. Were there any other drugs hidden? That wasn't a lot of drugs. Maybe anything hidden somewhere else? I'm guessing Kuno just sleeps on the couch. Poor kid. I mean, like, he's still annoying, but I feel bad for him. My trusty trash bag.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
I really want to know what's up with this wall. I mean, I'm guessing we can conceptualize a mural for it or something? Ah, close. Pretentious wanker. I do really like the effect of that, though. That'd probably help me during that fight. And I like having that one. I like that one. Okay. Man, damn it, I can't get into the harbor right now, so I can't open that container. I hope I'll be able to get back into the harbor so I can open the container. Wait, while we're in this area, is Joyce up here? Or is she still gone? She's not here. Like, I guess I could lie to him and tell him that there's nothing there. Or just be like, yeah, sorry, I'm confiscating this. That probably won't help him trust me, but he's a freaking kid. He's like a young teenager or something, and he really should not be on speed. There is something down there. What's down there? What do you mean there's something down there? Can I use my pry bar or something? Pry bar in one hand, Clawsund in the other hand. Can I open it now? No? What do you mean there's something down there? In the basement? Is there something in the basement? Oh right, I'm gonna need the flashlight. There was that hole with the guns that I was meaning to check out. Not have been under there. Look in here again.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's
There's the spot again. That noise here. It stopped. Where is that? We could go up and see how that one lady's doing, see if she's doing alright. The dice maker. Music's playing again up here. Over here. Yeah, hello.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I have enough shippers. Sure.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
You know the werewolf untethered setting? Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary dice. Sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die, very regular. Looking for something to help with my work. If I need more time to think about it. Help with my work?
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
She smiles, almost apologizing.
Here,
Honestly, yeah.
watch.
She
They're a
tosses
gift
you
for
the
me.
Oh, are you
A
sure?
beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Totally overthinking it.
Mr. Smooth Moves.
Yeah!
You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Act like you've done this 1,000 times.
What are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. Think of them as your lucky charm, officer.
Thank you.
She smiled at you. She smiled. You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
Over here, shining a flashlight in her face.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Thank you. Well, I mean,
You feel
fucking
nothing.
failed at 93%
If
at some
anything,
point.
it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect. No.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
Any other
Of
dice?
course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Sorry, I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber die?
Poor man's gold.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times.
It is really
For
pretty.
7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect.
Wow.
It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
She, like, knows stuff. That sounds like
I
me.
had a feeling.
She smiles but says nothing more. It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then.
I have money
Is there
now.
anything else?
Oh, thank you. She takes a small notebook from her table and writes something down. No, that's it. Thank you. Alright, I have to try to remember to come back here for the dice. 8 hours. It might be till, like, tonight. Radio signal goes in and out here. I can exit through the bookshop here, right? I think. Be over here. I should not try to lift that with my injury. There we go, then we can go back through here. Huh? No sane person would ever put their head in such a machine. Hello. Don't mind us. Oh, God. Okay, so, I'm gonna go talk to Kuno. I'm gonna see if, well, if he asks for the drugs, I'm just gonna have to lie to him. Be like, yeah, I don't have them. Or your dad flushed all the drugs down the toilet, or he used all the drugs himself. It certainly seems like he was able to. What's up, Brad? What's up, you little shit? He likes thinking.
Does Kuno care?
Took care of the drug situation.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo.
It's not really a
How we
kilo.
do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back.
It's not really a kilo.
That's how we split it. It's the best way, street way.
By kilo, I mean gram, right? Alright, fair is fair. I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs. You're 12. And I'm doing it all myself. I'm not ready to make this decision. Are you gonna ask how I got past your dad?
Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some sick shit.
He nods approvingly to the lieutenant. That's not what happened. Who told you that?
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Composure maxed out.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
By kilo, you mean gram, right?
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Okay.
Kuno means gram.
I'm sorry, man. You don't need more drugs.
Alright. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
He taps the side of his head.
Tell him, Kuno.
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly.
Okay.
The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
I'm not gonna give you the
It's
drugs.
hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response.
Knowing this game, I have no fucking clue, but I'm not gonna give him the drugs.
Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things.
Canada Land. You can call it Canada Land or something. When people are like, Canada Land, isn't that just Canada? You could be like, no. Yeah, it's like, it's not Canada, it's Canada Land. You could even make it one word. Canada Land. Canada Land. Have people fight over how to pronounce it.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
I'm not giving him the drugs.
Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
He throws his hands up in the air.
I told you he can't be trusted.
Mm.
I told you he'd steal the shit.
The little rat repeats it 6 or 7 times.
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that.
He turns to you.
This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us.
Okay.
How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
I'm trying to help you get sober, man.
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything he
Yeah.
can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
Yeah. If I gave him the drugs, it wouldn't fix anything either. I looked around there. It's not the easy life you got going on in that apartment. I met your dad. There was a textbook with your name on it. Tons of unpaid utility bills. I did right not to give you the drugs. It's not the easy life you got going on there.
What do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we got plans.
Met is an interesting word there, but
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
as we said, came dressed up as a hooker, full drag. Your dad's a half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes. I killed your dad. He's a half-dead alcoholic.
What?
His eyes become large and round.
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum.
He snaps
Kuno
back.
told you. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad.
Yeah, the guy didn't even know we were there. He was pretty
You
fucked
got
up.
lucky, pig. Kuno knew this.
He points to
Kuno's
himself.
fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately.
Mm-hmm.
Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Okay.
Kuno window?
Kuno window. Come on, kid, just stop. Stop acting tough, kid. You don't have to be scared of him anymore. Whatever scary thing he might have been, now he is nothing. Yeah, I was wrong. He's hardcore. Real killer. I mean, he's kind of nothing.
Yeah. Kuno's dad is fucking nothing.
He pushes on
Fucking
bravely.
coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die soon.
Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
I hope not.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
The whisper comes smaller than usual.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Yeah.
Fuck are you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
The kid breathes in and out like a boxer. You don't have to turn into that. Chances are you were gonna turn into that. Like, you don't have to.
Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a
And you kind of are sobbing in your own way. He punches the air again.
turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kid's having a full-on existential goddamn breakdown. He pants from exhaustion.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over.
That might be good for him.
Kuno,
Just pass out for a bit.
run, Kuno.
The relief is palpable. The little hat jumps up and down behind the fence.
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
There is a textbook with your name.
Yeah, so fucking what?
It says Kuno, not Kuno with a C. Kuno de Reuter.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
That's a lame name, Kuno. I like it.
He's trying to fuck you again.
Try and be
Outta
nice.
here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
If you want, all you did was change the spelling.
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
There are a bunch of unpaid utility bills.
Fuck right there where? Fucking 3 years or some shit.
How are you still there? Hmm? Oh, cool. I do like that as a thing on Instagram where you can just have a set of photos, which is what I liked Instagram for. Like, adding a video is fun, but I liked it as like a set of photos. And then you can add like a little musical accompaniment to it. I think that's nice.
You can guess.
Let me guess. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about them. There's no place to live in. You have to find somewhere else. Find a job, pay them yourself. Your dad can't handle things anymore. Change the topic then. Let me guess. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about them.
That's right.
He swells
Kuno's
with pride.
dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
There's no place to live.
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground, Leroy shit, ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
That'd probably be better than your current place, actually.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
The little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. I did right not to give you the drugs. Let's end this.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
Okay.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
Sure.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm that version of reality.
Alright, see ya, man. I'd have to do that later. I'm glad that's here. Okay, we have to try to... Yeah, we have to borrow that. What it says on the can. Light the graffiti on fire with a burning cigarette. I want to. I really want to. Because I think that would be badass, but that might be kind of dangerous considering where it is and how large this is. I don't really know if that'd be a good idea. Hey, man. Sorry your friend is gone. Do I really have no chance to get the frog head? I want the frog head!
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. What?
These are all...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design.
Man, I really want the froggy hat because when I was looking at where to get it, it said that it can increase perception. And I really need to increase perception for the fucking, the thing. I wonder if I can sell the drugs to the guy. These can increase perception. I'm walking around with my ridiculous outfit. Listening to music, keep the morale up. Keep accidentally clicking. Maybe it is a cool song. Can we see the Phasmid yet? I don't know if it exists, but I want it to. I want to see it.
The trap is full of locusts, but poor things.
I'm gonna go say hi to the old lady.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
I got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
I didn't bring the trouble. I was here to stop the trouble, and the trouble happened anyway.
Though
But
I
shut up.
suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
Come on, chuckle to yourself. Guess you were right. The men with guns were coming for me after all. Well, they kind of weren't, but this is no time for jokes.
What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot. It's a rough trade you're in.
You're right, old lady. Right. Okay, I was wondering if that was a typo. Hey, you got a boat we can borrow?
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She's she cares a lot. That's
She
strange.
sounds almost disappointed with you.
Aw.
Reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Yeah, shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. Some people hurt me. You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
Well, not in the foot. I got shot in the leg.
Is
But
this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
she's not letting it go that easy.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys.
So you're a killer?
She nods solemnly.
That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Scoff in a masculine manner. Most cops are killers.
I bet they are. The good ones, at least.
I wouldn't consider that a good thing, but I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
She points to her skiff next to the jetty. Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection. What's on that island?
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself.
Is she wearing fishing lures as an earring? Bet you haven't been there yourself, but anyone else been there?
Used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
Well, if you have to get there by boat and you're drinking, you shouldn't be drinking anywhere near a boat, so
The
yeah,
kids
it's bad.
sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
She points to the two kids playing on the concrete. They go over there?
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
If they brought back a bullet casing and it matches the one we have...
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
She looks at the boys. Okay. 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
I don't think it's cool, but okay. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat.
Her eyes narrow.
And no joyriding either.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm sober now. I don't even get a positive boost from alcohol, so...
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Hi.
Okay. What if I want to rock? Not along
The
attentively.
crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, thank you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay. I guess let's talk to the kids first. What's up, weird kids?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You've been to that island, right, kids?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking the stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there. We're gonna know some other island, of course that one.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
The other one butts in.
Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
His brother nods.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
You mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
Okay, what
They're
then?
lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Fire guy?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then you.
Let's go with yes.
Lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other one explains. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
Mention something about lights.
I don't know.
One of them starts one of them. It's hard to tell which one.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the streetlight.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me about the fire guy?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there.
The other nods.
Been there twice, 2 times.
Hmm.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
The first one pauses to think, that comes to some kind of conclusion. He isn't there sometimes, okay.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say, almost in unison. How come you don't know?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Did your dad also used to go to the island?
Our father killed himself.
Yeah, he kinda did.
Didn't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. I mean, he kinda did by drinking on a boat. I mean, that's just kinda asking for it, but...
I'm sorry.
The one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Is there anything else you know about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear he has no intention of finishing the sentence.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
The lieutenant looks at you. Okay, bye kids, take care. Okay.
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death, but still. There are ruins underwater. You can scrape the paint. Or worse.
Okay, thanks. We'll try not to scrape your paint. This is really gonna hurt him to climb down onto here with that leg, but...
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the netpicker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine cam, I'll hold the boom box. Hold on. What?
Homosexual underground.
He's done thinking gay thoughts. Or maybe he's only begun thinking gay thoughts.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You've thought about this for 8 hours. Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality.
Oh, that's a weird thing to say, but...
I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you're obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
No, he's fine. I haven't gotten him killed yet. And I hope I never do. I'll chat with him in a little bit. Hold on. I want to go talk to Suna. Maybe I can tell him about my gay thoughts, when we're in a more secluded area, I guess. I'm sure it would be extremely embarrassing for him around all these people. And in general. He might strangle me to death. I'm not sure yet. What are the other traps? I'd be like, Detective, why are you thinking of these useless thoughts at a time like these? You horny bastard, and he's gonna slap me. Over here? Okay.
Yes?
I have big news, Kim. Tell Kim how you no longer obsess over your sexuality. I don't know why you feel the need to tell him this, but okay.
Okay.
I have managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality. Actually, as in saying this, I realized I would not be telling the truth. Fake news, Kim. I have managed to stop obsessing on my sexuality. Nothing. Actually, as I was saying this, I realized I would not be telling the truth. Maybe he stopped obsessing over it. Maybe he's just accept that you're bisexual, Harry. I have managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just one thing, though.
What?
Oh my god, I can actually ask him if he is part of the homosexual underground. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
You're right.
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Okay, cool. Sweet. We can be queer cops together. Hey Soda, let me try to listen to the thing again.
Yes, what is it?
Ah, damn it. Can I immediately put one into perception now? Fuck. I can level up other things, but I cannot yet level up perception. God damn it. Come on, gay best friends. Also, that was the funniest possible response. He's like, yes, I am. Let's get it over with. He probably knows that Harry does not care at this point. He's probably worried that Harry's gonna start hitting on him or something. Which is valid. Now, was there one last, is there one last trap over here? Hmm? That does sound a little awkward to read.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
I wanna open the door. Damn, okay, I can't remember where the last track was. Red. Yeah, that does sound really awkward to read. Aha, there it is. Wait, would the boombox scare it away?
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Yeah, the poor locusts. I want to see the Phasmid. I want to believe. Oh. 12:15 already. I wonder if my cat heard that. like how realistic this limp animation is. It's just a quick little moment where he rushes to take the pressure off the other leg. Just a slight unevenness in the steps. Ah, okay. Pita bread. Oh? What's that? A primer for small kids. A textbook for the first grade in primary school. On the cover, a humanoid teddy bear is pushing a wheelbarrow full of letters. He's not doing a good job. The letter S is dangerously dangling from the card. Well, E fell off a long time ago. Children should pay more attention. This is a scary-ass bear.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads, A Primer for Small Kids. There's a bear involved.
Exactly what I need.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on.
Oh, hell yeah.
The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
Oh, what's it gonna be lowdown on?
The alphabet.
Oh, cool.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
Let's do this.
A is for azimuth.
Mm-hmm.
B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete.
I don't follow at all.
H is for homeboy.
H
I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum.
What?
M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Okay, yeah.
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
Oh, is that everything?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Kim, I know the alphabet now.
Good. I also know the alphabet.
Dude, that's amazing. Hey kids, do you want to learn the alphabet?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
Okay, I can't offer them the book. I wonder if I could offer the other kid the book? Can I ask the other kid if she's ever been to the island? Hello, kid.
Hello, mister.
Okay, well. Not an option to ask her if she knows anything about the island. Alright, let's get on this boat.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Your heart feeds my soul. Oh, thank you. We should make out now. And I can just imagine it's about, like, some sort of fucked up Miku edit. And I think that's beautiful. I'm happy for you guys. Aw. Little creature scrambling about.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
It's the only lead we have, baby!
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Nope.
Remember what the netpicker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine cam, I'll hold the boombox. What? How did we blast that? How else did we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
It gives you a resigned shrug.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Get in and ride to the island. Friggin' Sad FM. I think I would listen to Sad FM. Oh my god. Bro, your leg is messed up. Sit down. I'm kinda glad I don't actually have to control the boat. I want the soundtrack to this game. This is a good sad rock song. Is this bird following us? Okay, no, it seems to be minding its business. Okay, we gotta explore every tiny bit of this island. We gotta pick up all the trash. And we gotta find out who's staying here. And why, and if they're the ones who shot the guy. Kind of rhymed. Right, let's dock.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Alright. Okay, I should probably put the radio away. Oh yeah, my dice. These 20-sided dice have the colors of a police alarm, bloodstone for red and lapis lazuli for blue. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene. And it's raining. Note, look at the map tab in the journal to see which white checks have opened. Oh. Neat. I wonder if they, like, do anything for me. Okay, let's put this down. Get our trash bag out. I don't know if I'll need to open containers. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. The rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
At least the depot and Land's End.
Yes, so it seems.
The lieutenant looks at the mechanism overhead. What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Lock it from?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
He looks a bit. Alright. Let's examine this area down here. Just get the old flashlight out for this, just in case. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. And they're right next to the water. The pollution. I can't get past these, huh? Or... okay, it doesn't want me to go past those. And I'm like, I should probably try to be stealthy, but at the same time, if there's someone who's watching over this island, attention, inflammable. They probably, some fuel has leaked out of the barrel, black viscous. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. Like, they probably would have already seen us coming. I just really hope it's not Ruby with her sound thing again.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
It's a flutter.
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Under the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other. Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
To the west?
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
Head.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Sure is a big building. Beyond that further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence.
A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world. You hear some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Hey, okay, are you hearing all this?
Yes?
Pretty silent on this island. I mean, it's how quiet it is. Really fucking silent on this island.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods, in silence.
Good, I listened to everything. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. You recognize this little birch from the coin-operated viewer. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Well, let's go in. There's old machinery here. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. They're on this way. This was once an armament rest. Oh?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
Real quick, posture and stretch check. I don't think I did that this entire time. One of my legs fell asleep. Ow. Also hydrate while I remember.
The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Where do the wires go?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon.
Okay.
I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter. Long and cold.
Yeah. Oh yes, it's good. It's good to have some nice geriatric-ass games to play.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Your match 3s, your Sudokus, etc. Tap on it.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does the generator here mean?
I'm not a philosopher.
I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
Could be.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
The lieutenant inspects the bed. How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No, shut up, just an hour. What if something happens and then he's on his own? I mean, I know Kim can take care of himself, and me apparently, but... Oh, okay, I'm guessing it's one of those games where you can like request assistance or something, or you can like give your friends power-ups or something. Not yet.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
Okay.
You don't have to be a hero.
I'm trying to. I want to explore everything. You see candles painted on a broken rangefinder. I just want to explore these things. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
+1, all things communist. Let's try it.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes. Fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Nothing?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Alright. Yeah, those are all part of the same thing? Right. What is this? Oh. Cool. Okay, no, maybe I'll let him rest, because he's probably in a lot of pain.
Old spring mattress.
The offer still stands.
He says.
You don't look so good.
Looking out the pillbox window. Okay.
The bed is quite inviting, all things considered. It's much warmer inside than out there.
It looks gross, but it's something.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest. Don't stress out that quad too much, though.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour, maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
Evening?
Sleep.
Oh. Was I out longer than I meant to be? It sure looks later. Oh. We're having an out-of-body experience? Okay, I can't do the tab thing. Lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Where is he? It's a lot closer in, and I can't change the angle. Can I go down here? Wait, where did I come from at first? Wasn't it through here? Can I go down here? Even though it's broken? I can't. Fuck. Okay, let me zoom out there. Krasmazov? The door is still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. Huh? What's wrong? I'm not even aiming the light anymore, I'm just holding it straight up, and my menu is gone, and... I'm gonna go down over here. Go down to the chain. There's something there. The chain? It was on the other side, right? Okay, so it does let me run, but he probably shouldn't run. Not sure if it'll fuck him up later. Huh? Wait, where am I? Okay, now I can move this again. Just not allowing me to move it when I walk. My best friend Wanda. We've never met. I hope we never do. I don't know who the fuck this is. But Wanda's got my back? Okay. Huh? Walk into the water. Oh. What is this? You see her footprints on the water. Ah. Okay, so this is absolutely a dream. Further. Just over here? No.
Dolores Day.
Huh?
The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry.
Huh.
Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Muindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean.
Okay.
I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off.
It sure does.
Very off. Just let her go. Listen to me for once.
Something's off.
Sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag.
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
You don't have time to tend to my emotions?
She sighs and looks over her shoulder.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
Sure is far away. What do you got?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this.
She corrects the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality
okay.
is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium.
Oh, okay.
It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
Neat, cool, alright.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder.
Anyway.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life.
You know,
How are you doing, Harry?
He is in his head, and he seems to miss his wife? His ex-wife? Who he seems to conflate with the image of this historical figure who is, like, also a religious icon?
Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads.
Do you miss me there?
Sometimes. Not as often as I used to. So much time has passed. More than it seems here.
She stares at her feet, the zebra stripes on the intersection, the lights of the video rental glow in her hair.
This is everything I always warned you about.
Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown. One more?
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova.
She looks at you plaintively.
Really? We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I feel like that would be a bad idea, and also kind of creepy, saying I know you still love me and trying to kiss her. Yeah. It's not a very good way to think to be. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day. I brought you the figurine of a headless Fallen Rider. But you set up a vast soul and you'll always come back to it. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the Morning. You're just an evil ape. We're all evil apes. On second thought, you're Dolores Day, Queen Regent of the territories of Wendy and the Insulin Day and nothing else. You're the Morning.
The Morning? I don't understand.
No, I meant the Morning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead. It's probably better that you don't. He does seem to be grieving.
Oh my God, Harry.
Breakup?
Stop. I don't want to hear anything about the Morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that.
Yeah, it is a little overdramatic.
I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
Yeah, but they kind of do all the time, so... You're the X something.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
She keeps glancing over her shoulder nervously. I should have stayed down. I should have gone even deeper to a place where I never met you, because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. I hope he's getting closure.
I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
Hey girlies, how was the good sleepy time? They might think it's pretty funny?
What?
You know what is impolite? Consigning a lieutenant detective with the Revachol Citizens Militia to eternal damnation. Cool your friend, say hi to your friends, me. This is so grotesque. Say nothing, just look at her. Harry doesn't really have any friends, huh? Besides Kim now. Kim's his best friend. They're all kind of embarrassing things to say. Let's just say nothing.
She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails. They're bitten, frayed. The evening wind blows in. The gown wraps around her like a white flag.
This is a weird thing to say, but okay. We're all just evil apes.
You don't have to hate the world. Can't you see how kind and beautiful everything is? I don't have time to deal with your pessimism. There are so many people at the stop at this hour. They're all going to the aerodrome.
She looks around her at the evening light. He lost to her? Evil aerodrome taking everything away from me. That's a person, not a thing. Beautiful world, beautiful aerodrome. He seems to think he lost something.
It wasn't a fight. I was never fighting you.
You're right, yeah, so paranoid of me. There was no antagonism between us. I didn't want to fight you. You're the tiny ape I loved. It's always a fight with these tiny apes. Someone always loses. He seems to blame her for leaving, which seems a little toxic, honestly.
Let's stop it with the apes. This isn't going anywhere.
It is a little weird.
You told her you loved her. She has to feel something.
On second thought, you're Dolores Day and nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me. Now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
She pulls at the silvery sleeve of her gown to check the time.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
How about you the green of this headless Falm Rider?
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
Okay.
Please don't give me any gifts.
She looks at the airport bag, then at you. Don't go.
No, don't say it. Don't beg. It will only make her go.
But yes, I have other questions for us. Where's the list? That's all I have left, please.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
Hey, fingers wrap around the back handle. Let her go, man.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
It's another thing where it didn't say the right thing. You have sworn a holy oath, Harry. She herself begged you to not let her go. Wait, can't we just sit down and have a coffee first? There's a cafeteria on the corner. Hold on, what is there to do in Marova? But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me. You asked me to be this way. Okay, I understand. Nod silently, like a martyr. No, actually, wait. I need to see my list again. I'm sorry. Where's my list? Wait. Nod silently like a martyr, even though you're still being a little manipulative here, man.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr.
Yeah.
And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
She turns. Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
Like the way you seem to have kept thinking about her since whenever you guys broke up?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see?
It's definitely a dream.
I'm already in Marova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
Yeah, I have no idea what his timeline is for, I guess, his breakup with his ex. Well, I hope none of them are weird about it. I don't know, I hope we don't get kicked from the group for some reason. That would be weird. I hope they see it as a good, funny sense of humor. How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental.
He just plays their breakup over and over again in his head.
I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
Well, this is intolerably bad. I like this. Does he like it? It's intolerably bad for me. I'm like, oh my god, man.
Oh yes. This is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry.
That's some raw ass lines right there.
See you tomorrow.
Look forward to it. Okay, good. Okay, I guess he's regaining enough of his memory to regain his traumatic dreams.
How was your sleep?
Let's solve the fucking case. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands. Actually, it was totally annihilation, Kim. Swallow the blood and conclude. Let's comb the entire island, centimeter by centimeter. That's the next step in the task chain. Just spit the blood out and get back to work. You're badass like that. The blood? Gross? That's not great. Total annihilation, Kim.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
Ex-wife dream.
The lieutenant nods solemnly. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
Come the entire island, centimeter by centimeter, is the next step in the task chain.
Okay.
He replies simply.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
I'm a little bit worried about the blood thing. Army surplus winter scarf. Extra empathy. Money and a ton of morale boosts. This green blast storm must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
On the other side.
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
The lieutenant looks into the keyhole. How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the door, then at his bigger brother, then at the lock.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I found us not opening it highly unlikely. Sure, you're right, we won't have to open it. You're right, we opened the big one. Do you see controls anywhere?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
He shuffles his feet to stay warm. Alright. What's over here?
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Oh, it's gelatin. When your fingers cross the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is it then?
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
The lieutenant points to the wires running to the machine. Could this open the blast door?
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radio diffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Emergency open? Radio dial?
The dial slides under the glass, silently. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
The lieutenant leans in to inspect the cursed writing. Emergency open?
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it.
Nothing happens, alright.
We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
He looks at the dim light to his right.
The boat engine.
Guessing from the boat engine? We need that to get back, though. I'll bring that up later on an agreement.
The console looks on as you talk, mute and unpowered. Its dials are covered in dust.
Light interior?
Nothing happens.
Okay. Can I hatch? The hatch is jammed shut. Damn. Can I perhaps crack it open or something? Dang, it won't let me do that again. Okay. I don't know, sometimes stupid games are actually just really fun. By firing a slit, you can't see inside. I go around this way. Let's see what that is. Okay, I guess they'll just sort of auto walk over there. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. The inside of the fortress. You make out the controls in the glass door. Okay. Try to go up here, because I couldn't go in here in the dream. Hey, a gas can. I think. Aluminum fuel canister. An old medicine cabinet newly stocked with Dramamine. Nice. The weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Robichol.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
Usually my excuse for weird stuff is like, it's the truth, but it helps you not have to explain it, where it's just like, oh, it's an inside joke. You had to have been there.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
Lieutenant looks around. He's just closer with his hand on his gun. Inspect the
A
mattress.
single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Take one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
It's not the same brand of cigarettes extinguished in Land's End, Point West.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Yeah, inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete.
Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look at the hole.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
To the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
To the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between them,
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that.
With a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room. There's an opening between 33A and 10. I can see the roof. A pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
He points to the magic bed.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
He pats you on the back 3 small pats in a row. That's adorable. Why didn't we come here before? Booyah, master copwork. Finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here.
Yeah.
Many leads pointed elsewhere.
You're right.
He looks north, over the fortification, then at the mattress.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
He looks behind his back. Right here, points to the mattress. On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
It's like Harry's still worried that he was the killer.
We should move now.
Maybe I keep this bad boy on me just in case. You feel your eyes on your back, someone's watching, but you can't say where. Well, they might have a sniper rifle, so I mean, they could probably see us from anywhere. The winch is broken, rust has eaten what remains of the chain. The depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast.
a strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea, leave it all, and walk in.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No.
Yes. No, we're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time. This thought is over.
Raise your
In
sight.
the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
No. Ah, there we go. Weird thing happened with the zoom again. Pieces are just bobbing around. Okay, so can't get over there. Seeing if there's anything else out here. Where did that thought go? Oh, there it is. The distant sound of cargo ships, signal horns echo on the water. It must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Yeah. Can I go down from here? Guess we gotta go the other way. Did find some fuel. Water rushes below, far down below.
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open. Makeshift electrical wiring runs out of its side and across the floor.
Pour the fuel into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
Gross.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Alright, let's pull it.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Alright. Okay, then let's stagger back over here.
A dim golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light. Urgence ouvert reads one dial key. Allumer reads another.
Urgency open, right? Oh yeah, emergency open, and then illuminate?
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Okay.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
You're making all this noise and messing with stuff and walking around. Whoever lives here definitely knows we're here. As if they couldn't see us going across the way already.
After you.
Before outside, when we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
What is there? What is over there? What if we get into another fight?
Don't worry. I have a gun.
He takes out his sidearm, checks the barrel, and holsters it again. I also have a gun.
I know. It was not easy to acquire.
Yes, I remember. Alright, I still got it, right? Good, okay. Let's go, man. Nothing hidden over here. Okay, let's go out here. Probably don't need the light out here. But what if there's trash? The rubber dinghy is deflated, broken. Small white flowers blossom all around you. White flowers like the one we found on the balcony? Hi.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
The deserter.
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Are you the fire guy? You've retained your eyesight. Did you close that blast door? Nice gun. Need to put that gun down so we can talk further. Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Hey, Cousins, did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire, 2 twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Okay.
The position? Sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
I was repeating what the kid said. You have retained your eyesight?
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
He shakes his head. How'd you know it was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music.
He just
underwater.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
Shouldn't play sad FM.
But you didn't say that, kid. It was not rock and roll, it was sad FM. It was not reactionary, it was cool. But you didn't say that.
I did.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
Yeah. It wasn't rock and roll, it was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
I mean, in a way, I can see how you could argue that, sort of.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Alright, cool gun there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
What make a rifle is it?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
So not a Belmagrave.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
Yeah, that's the rifle. Okay.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
The Sinyao commune.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
Its gaze turns inward. Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me, too.
Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people with it.
His eyes narrow.
You fascist fuck.
I think you got the political alignment a little wrong there, but unfortunately, yeah, I killed a few people with it in his history.
Have you come to make me one of them?
His grip on the rifle tightens.
His right eye twitches. With what? Fear? Rage?
This guy seems more like a rage type.
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more.
The lieutenant puts his hand on his holster.
If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
Ew. That's all the answer he gives. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move. You need to put down the gun so we talk further. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move.
No.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's head and says, "Ah,
Put
okay.
it down now, sir."
Alright, I guess he's tired of being nice.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me.
There's a moment's silence.
To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Nah, the old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there. Considering what a good shot that guy was, he probably could have had us down if it did have any bullets in it.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Take it away from him.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Dang, it is really old.
Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times.
This rifle has been patched and modified several times.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
So as you said, it's a Triangong made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to be a Belma grave. We were
But-
just guessing.
The lieutenant does not take his eyes off the old man.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Yep, 4.46.
The right type and the right calibre.
Lieutenant nods, glancing at the
He's
gun.
liking this.
Okay, take it.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly.
You got another one?
This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
He looks across the water and back at you. Okay.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
The lieutenant forgets to close his mouth.
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08.
How long have you been here?
I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
40. How did he survive here? Fish?
No.
He looks
I've
into
been
the
on
fire.
other islands, too.
Okay, he looks into the fire. A wisp of smoke rises from somewhere between the charred logs. Okay, yeah, he would have had to move around.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
I can insist that he'd been here for 3 years. Said he deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith.
He clears his throat.
And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith, huh?
You could say I misunderstood the historic. A second
Oh, whoops.
is all it took.
Historical role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. Second is all it took. For what?
A reaction to take hold.
Reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Okay. It wasn't reaction, you were just afraid. We all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away. And when was this exactly?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago.
He looks north.
The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower.
He just retorted.
Huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon. But I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
Okay, what then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland. In the bunkers underground. Like the weakest of the weak. A mouse. Frightened of the ordnance all night. And the sound of the rotors in the morning. Whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered.
Yeah, it really got fucked up.
They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
He opens his eyes and stares right through you. Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from Capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world.
You're silent for a second.
You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What do you know?
That the bourgeois are not human.
You could argue that they've lost some of their humanity by thinking they're above everyone, but I've always suspected the same. It's definitely enough now. So I nothing let him finish. I could try to get on his side, even though I know I'm kinda also agreeing with him.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Jeffreto.
The lieutenant says gently.
I had to. I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive?
He looks at
I
the worn
steal.
running shoes. What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables.
He winces.
I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
He coughs once more and puts his hand on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
Mm-mm.
Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
That's really not good.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
A droll smile stretches across his mouth. We have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain. This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it. How do you cope mentally? We have painkillers.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on in his eyes. He smacks his dry lips. This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How he doesn't seem to cope well mentally, but
I
yeah.
have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
His eyes roll into his skull and back.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
Not appreciatively. I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain. Point to your head. You notice the lieutenant is about to say something, but what's he saying?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Yeah.
Traitors. It's better alone.
He nods to Martinez.
I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
Have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the Thames.
He shakes his head.
I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds.
He closes his eyes.
Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins.
Bro, aren't you black, I think? Sorta. Why are you using that slur?
And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting.
He's just completely lost
there were
it.
cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How do you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy.
He nods toward a deflated
I only
tire.
went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. Why don't you just walk there? The weapons cache under St. Ghislaine 22B, in the basement. Have you been there? There's a small bunker under the Fell building if you stayed there. Do you smoke Tio Motiri cigarettes? Why don't you just go there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
No, people over there got plenty of ideals. I think you've been away from people for too long, man.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting.
Yeah.
Drinking. Laughing.
Have you been
So
there?
you finally found it.
He looks at you.
There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
He pulls the raincoat tighter around his neck. They were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping.
He coughs.
Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
Have you been out of the Fell building?
Propaganda bunker.
He coughs.
I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Killed themselves.
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
He stares at the ruins of the Fell building. More question, do you smoke Tio Motiri cigarettes?
I do.
Never smoked them on the mainland.
They're good.
He nods.
Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
Okay, so what's up with this island?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Well, they said it's a defensive fort, so I mean, that makes sense. It's leg jerks. You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM.
He waves in your
The
direction.
coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
We're not coalition appointed, we just try to help people. That's right, we're with the good guys. We enforce the law, we keep these animals from killing each other. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit. We're with the RCM, let's leave it at that. I mean, I don't know how much the coalition actually has to do with the RCM. I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit. I don't know if he'll believe me with that. Or probably think I can't do it. I don't know. What if I do say it, though? What if I try to get on his good side?
Rock and roll posturing.
Yeah, I knew it.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste Insolente.
He stares at the embers, then into your eyes.
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
His hand shakes as he breaks into a coughing fit. This guy would have straight up just gotten into a fist fight when Renee with you was alive.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Renee, the royalist on the coast, said,
You never signed the Rebellion Instrument of Surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive.
He answers his breath. Draws his breath.
I answer to the Communist Party.
Okay.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I'm gonna tell him it's honorable. Maybe that's what he wants to hear. Like, I keep trying to comfort this guy, but he doesn't want comfort, it seems. He's just so old and so tired. Honorable.
Honor is a feudal atavism.
Okay.
My motive is class.
See, literally no matter what, he just refuses. Well, kind of refuses to move on. Or to keep trying. He's just sort of refusing to interact with the world out of his morals. Or out of his beliefs about what his morals are. So you're a communist soldier from the Communist Army.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
Okay, and you seem to have very, very strong ties to the party to the exclusion of literally everything else. You said you were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in
Nods.
historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar.
Okay.
By the party. These things used to mean something.
What does political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
The lieutenant said softly. Okay.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution. A future human.
Okay, the tracksuit-clad old man is suddenly reanimated. Okay. That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then
I'm also a
another
communist. Not really into politics myself, say nothing. What if I say this? Will he just say that I'm not enough of a communist, or that's impossible to be a communist if you're a cop? That's what I'm expecting.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
Okay, explain to me what a liberast is.
A liberal and a pederast. It's what most liberals are.
I told you.
Detective,
The lieutenant gives you a stern look.
Ideology.
You turns to the old man. Yeah.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism.
Guess I have to ask this one. Been hiding here for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
I don't even know. Well, that is insane. That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to.
Grimace is clearly in pain.
Forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
You could have, like, talked to people about it. You could have, like, I don't know, helped those two kids who are very ideologically communist over in their little clubhouse where they play with dominoes, or, you know, matchstick packs.
He just couldn't.
You couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
So that's what it says.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
You too, huh?
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl, child, revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's gone. She'd better come. I too have given my life to Mazovian socioeconomics. I dare not dream anymore. Nothing in history is guaranteed, but revolution is still a possibility. I'm afraid she's gone.
The material base for an uprising has eroded.
He nods and
The
blinks.
working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
Bro, you're so bitter. This guy is like actively refusing to hope for anything.
The historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
However hard you torture yourself and hide out and fish and freeze to death? I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world.
He looks at the gun in your hand.
It's a farce.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Okay.
Killing people?
That's what we suspected.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that.
I can respect that statement.
I've used it to kill people.
He's honest.
Interesting.
Lieutenant
During
nods.
or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
He shakes his head and smiles, his teeth rotten black.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay.
Okay, so he's been taking out different
Go in
targets?
straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Yeah, he just wants to get to the
No.
point.
Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
They're saying you killed people after activating something. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor colonel? I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two? Wait, which one do I say then? Can I ask for advice on which one to say?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor colonel?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ear.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
The corpse in white ceramic armor hanging behind the Whirling in Rags. Did you shoot him? The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th. His name was Ellis Courtenaire. He was part of a security detail here in Martinez. Beautiful, strong man sent here by the Honorable Private Military Colonel. You know who I mean. Fascist death squad took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th.
Oh, yes. That one.
He looks up at the sky and clacks his tongue.
Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
He spits a big one at the lieutenant's feet.
I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
So did you shoot him?
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. We've done the ballistics at the tower. The shot came from this island. What am I forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of the head. Let's back off for a moment. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies.
The jitter passes him.
Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softens his voice.
You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die.
The man interrupts him and coughs.
I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight in that window in all of Martinez. The view is perfect with a pair of binoculars I could have seen in the room. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck.
Oh yeah.
Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Another sudden twitch, then one more in his right eye. What am I forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of the head.
Here it comes. The goddamn Maybells.
Yeah.
The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
My head hurts now.
Who cares? There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. And on Clausia's balcony.
I tried to examine the Maybells, but I couldn't.
Wait. Don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Yeah, did I get there? Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul.
Let me see your feet, dude.
Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
There were Maybells behind the victim's window. Show him the dried flower.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He looks at the blossoming field behind you.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else, only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilize them with our blood.
He looks to the water.
Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it. The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
I don't think you know what a bourgeois is. I mean, you have an idea of it, but like...
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
The lieutenant's voice is soft, friendly.
I may.
A curious tremor passes his face. A young woman called Clausier ring any bells?
Clausier.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, spasm.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
What kind of boots you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa.
He looks at his shoes, covered in mud.
Shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dross.
This guy just, like... He's very, very loyal to the communists, but also... He just sort of calls anyone who he sees as an enemy, an individualist, a liberast, a fascist, because they're not on his side. He's sort of refusing to see from anything else.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sansariq, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
The lieutenant comes to the same conclusion. Please.
Simpler? No.
Fuck.
This is another loose thread you will never connect.
Goddamn footprints everywhere, I hate them.
The lieutenant raises his brow. What are you doing? He's thinking. We almost got him here.
Yeah, sorry, I got mad at a bad dice roll.
Not now. Stop yourself.
People change shoes, detective. It was you. You were there, weren't you? Crawling and whirling in rags. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? Preparing the scene? Listening in on her?
Trying to rack your brains.
He squints at him, eyes gleaming with
Desperate
hatred.
to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
No, so we kind of need to know why someone shot him to hopefully prevent a really bad situation happening.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
I have got the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun.
He points to your sidearm.
Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons?
They are real weapons.
Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
Yeah.
So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Yeah, I guess he could have seen a lot of things from there. Also, we did as good as we could, okay? The leader tries. We handle the situation. Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
The lieutenant looks at the weapon demonstratively. You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds, then twitches once more. He probably doesn't see it as murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible string.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Also, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. He seemed like a pretty fucking horrible person, him and the whole crew. And he might have actually been a rapist, too. A soldier, too. It was a man. Like, he definitely doesn't see the other people as people, either. What if I appealed to the deceased's humanity? Well, let's get to the guy to admit straight out that he killed him.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Okay, so he admitted it.
Got your attention.
He looks you dead in the eye, pupil shaking.
Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity.
Closes his
One
eyes.
paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Yeah.
While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I will also hold my breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face.
The smile quivers.
And his dick still in her.
Yeah, and then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Well, we're not with them. I mean, we got called in on the case, but, like...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly. Very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs and smacks his lips.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
He explains.
I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger.
Yes.
He looks you in the eye.
Think of it as a form of critique.
Okay.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
More than poor health. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder? Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
He looks at the charred wood. Okay.
Splat. A bloody spitball lands on the firewood.
Looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy.
Shakes to life.
Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez...
Shakes his head in disgust.
Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins. In their lorries.
He points inland.
Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square. to spit on the working class.
Anything else?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins.
You ever actually talk to them or just judge them from afar? I mean, there's a lot of different people there.
Intense, like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight that he's missed. Thel?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day.
He's
dead now. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Okay.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Oh, are you okay?
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
What follows is ominous mumbling. You cannot make out a single word. This guy hates everyone.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. Ask about that cock on parade, too. Make sure you get everything here.
Did he kill any of the disco whores? You mentioned the Union is social democratic, and Mr. Clare is a farce of social democrat. By cock parading in his colorful uniform, you mean Renee?
Every fucking morning for 34 years.
He grinds his teeth in rage.
That ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June.
What's a working class game?
Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Okay.
I remember him.
Points to his black eye.
I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one.
Seems like it. And he was living a better life than you were, man.
That one.
With a shaky finger, he points to the city, toward the crater near the plaza where a lonely pine tree stands.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Okay.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
A grin stretches across his face and he whispers, "You would like to kill him?"
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals,
the smile lingers,
his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
I'm just getting all worked up over his hatred.
Save the treat for later?
The lieutenant asked cheerfully.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one.
Was.
A real treat for the Black Day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel...
He lets out a wistful sigh.
Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him.
You missed, man.
Haven't seen him around lately. Strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
The lines on his face straighten as he looks inland. Bad arthritis, yes, he's not playing this week. Rene is dead. He died of old age a couple of days ago. I want to know what he'll say about that. Okay, he did die.
No.
Yeah.
I waited too long.
Yeah, you did.
I waited too long, and now he's dead?
The old commoner looks at you, his blackberry eyes shaking in disbelief.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross.
The lieutenant says softly.
I knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now.
He just shakes his head.
Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done.
Yeah.
There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
The old commoner says, staring at the ground, seemingly the island you're on. You had 1,000 chances to kill him.
And I blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust.
So you cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this world.
Are you okay to go on, Mr. Dross?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
What is the Pale I've heard about?
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
What's about the whores, the disco whores?
I don't even care about those whores anymore. Get it over with. Take me in.
He stares despondently into the reeds. Have you seen the insolent Phasma out there? Mention the Union is social democratic and Mr. Clare a farce of a social democrat.
I don't want to talk about goddamn social democrats. Traitors is all they are. Brain dead.
He waves his arm, agitated and despondent at the same time.
Rene still presses on his mind.
Glad we talked about this now.
We talked about what?
He's trembling. Can I increase this while... I know I have to increase perception, but... Slightest chance, please.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild...
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed. He speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
I guess he has something to live for, even if all he had to live for was hatred?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile.
Right, how is your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
He waves his hand, chasing something that's not there.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
I want to ask again about the people you don't
His
like.
lip curls into a snare at the memory.
Okay, there's nothing there.
About what?
Another erratic gesture, he's trembling. Yosef Lilianovich Dros, you're under arrest for the murder of Ellis Courtenaire.
Is what you plan to say. Before you can get past, you're under. The lieutenant interrupts you.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
His voice is lowered. We've been very thorough.
Yosef Lilianovich Dros, you are under arrest for the murder of Ellis Courtenaire. You will be taken to the nearest precinct holding area for preliminary investigation.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The old man's eyes fill with sudden, unexpected terror at the words. Precinct holding area.
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Well, do you?
But...
He's afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it...
What's there?
Something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
What's in there?
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
And then it's gone, drowned out by the lieutenant's voice. Do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this...
The old man's voice drowns in a sudden gust of wind.
Your skin crawls.
What is happening? What's in there? Huh? Oh? Is that the Insulindian fucking Phasmid? At a time like this? What? Oh my god, it's huge.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Blink at it.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The old man looks at the reeds, and it's coming closer. The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
He looks confused.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall.
Holy fuck.
It looks straight at you, with
Oh
its
my
tiny
god.
pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rise instinctively.
There is, I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
Holy fuck, we can both see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane.
Can we tell this to Lena and her husband?
But that means
That means...
it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Hi.
Be very, very careful.
Lieutenant whispers and takes a step towards the giant arthropod.
Honorable one, you have accumulated
Honorable
a
one.
substantial amount of honor points on your life path. You are a man most virtuous.
Wait, what are honor points?
Of course there were honor points. Did you think no one was paying attention to all of your honorable deeds, honorable one?
That's the most any of us can do.
Oh, the modesty on this one. Another 10 honor points for you, sir. You are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers, an honor cop.
Isn't honor sort of an archaic concept? My honor is my life. I don't want this. I don't really care about honor at all. Isn't honor sort of an archaic concept?
Living in the name of virtue and doing noble deeds while expecting nothing in return is not archaic. How can you even think that?
Okay.
Selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code, an ageless code, as fit for nomadic Ilmadan tribes traversing the vast red plateau in Provincia Gordi, as it is for your neighborhood postman.
I do feel like a warrior. This whole thing is beginning to sound very me. Honestly, it sounds a little arrogant.
No. You see, you're putting the needs of others above yours. You get nothing in return, not even praise.
This is really the time for this
You
authority.
always get the short, noble end of the stick.
Okay.
Don't think about it too much. Just say it. Are you ready to get knee-deep in honor?
Sure, man.
Yes, your deeds have spoken for you, honorable one. But to fully drape oneself in an eternal cloak of honor, a ritual must be completed. A rite of honor.
Oh, okay.
Even among the honorable, only the most dignified are deemed worthy. But you, O honorable one, have excelled in honor. Honor comes from deep within you. And to truly know oneself, to know one's honor, one must reach deep within oneself and touch one's honor.
Okay.
You need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form the Arch of Honors.
What? I don't know, just like that, outside? What about people? All I've ever wanted to do is live with dignity to die with honor. Stick your thumb in your ass. You're crazy if you think I'm just gonna stick my finger in my ass. No way. Just like that? What about people?
People will be in awe, admiring a police officer most honorable, in a sacred ritual of uttermost righteousness.
This is not the time.
Most dishonorable are those who have known honor, carried honor in their hearts, and then disowned honor. They are the honor fallen.
That's fine. It's really not the time for this.
Today. Your name will forever be tarnished by this most shameful of deeds. Be forever banished, shameful one.
That's okay. I'm not doing that. Just stay there for a second, buddy. Hello.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs.
Holy fuck.
Antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
Wow, it's huge.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Listen carefully.
You smell...
This is the Insolenti Phasmid.
It is.
The lieutenant whispers behind you. You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping, slowly, painstakingly so.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
The flash is loud. I don't like that. You sure you won't scare it off?
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
It continues to pull the lens
From
open.
the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the Phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
Let me approach it
I
first.
won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He stopped fiddling with the camera, but does not put it down.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the Phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I have the pheromone. I can approach it.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
His whisper turns to a skeptical hiss, but he has stopped
The
now.
spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Say something to it quietly. Hey.
The creature tilts its tiny head to the side and appears to look at you. It is incredibly light, like the slightest gust of wind should blow it away. but it doesn't. There is a sadness in there, or is it in you, from the dream? It's still with you, the pitiful hey you told her, even now. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness.
I'm happy to see you too.
Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals.
I just noticed what time it is, but I don't care. It was worth it. It was worth it for this.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you.
Holy fuck.
Suddenly, there is silence.
Can I raise both my hands to it?
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you. Praying to you.
That is a really weird thing to say. Or, I don't know.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures, still pretending to be plants, rustle along on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Can I look right into its face?
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Are you okay, buddy?
The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
It's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Oh yeah, it might be. Lieutenant watches you apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
You just have it a little snack bell?
Letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
What are you doing?
I exist.
Oh, hello. I exist too?
Tell me what it's like for you.
It's wunderbar. I am ill. Hey, he is.
What is your illness?
My body aches, I'm bleeding. I'm ill in my head, I'm insane, that's how it is for me. In my heart, for me it's sadness, input after input. He is having some kind of problem. For me it's sadness, input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions.
My god, we're talking to it.
For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important.
Oh man, I don't think I have any sugar on me.
Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness being intruded upon. Transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals. And internal sensations. A swarm of sounds. Tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light. It only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
You are a beautiful creature. You're the type of animal I would like to be. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. The fuck is happening to me right now? I guess I'm glad to be me.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation.
You get me like no one else does, Insolindian Phasmid.
Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard.
Oh yeah.
The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
Thank you!
And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral.
Aww.
In honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
You're so cute!
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrator, that you kept from falling apart in the face of sheer terror, day after day, second by second. Detective, arriving.
Oh.
On the scene.
Oh, is that other guy here? Fuck. I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that, honestly. We were looking for the killer, but I was born to detect you.
Yes. No one detected me for such a long time. For thousands of years. I dithered, out of sight. Trapped myself in greenery.
This is a masterpiece.
No one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping off blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Fuck yeah. Where does this come from, all of this?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
We need to know. Perhaps it's sent to us by a god, and all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer. Maybe that's all we need to do.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Oh my god, you're so right. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
Oh, the buoy. Did you find any papers in it?
By the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminoles Islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions.
Love that you know what those
I
are.
was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverchol, district of Martinez, March 51.
That's insane.
No, you are.
Yeah.
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively median life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. a volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet.
So true, bestie.
Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
What is this pale I keep hearing
It
about?
is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
But maybe we collectively
You're
do.
a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Ah, damn, I'm really sorry
Instead
about
of
that.
air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink.
Oh.
What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Blink quickly. Have I always thought this way? But I want to blink and undo 12 billion years in a matter of expansion. 12 billion years in a matter of expansion. I've already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much. I'll be extra careful not to blink, stick insect, don't worry.
Please be. For one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
Okay, good, forget it.
What's going on?
I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay.
After a second.
Is it somehow related to the case?
No, I told you it's about our fate. The case is meaningless compared to this. I totally transcended the case. Sort of.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Okay, I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts, that was all.
No, there is one more.
Oh, there are no more thoughts. Of all the creatures I've met, you're the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you're the scariest. Of all the creatures I've met, you're the most beautiful. You are beautiful. I think you're the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
Turn from the ruin. I'll do it.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3.
The lieutenant
If it
whispers.
Moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I hope we didn't insult you with the flash or hurt your cute little eyes.
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops and onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome gust of white streaks against the reeds in the sky, and you as a shadow before it. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker. Carefully pet its scythe-like forearm. Can I pet you?
The antennae hang
It didn't run
from
away.
a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Oh, your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen,
I don't know what's on his finger. Carefully petted scythe-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
I'm petting it.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system.
I don't want to poison. What if it makes him high or something? Look your finger.
It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
We got it.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Alright, slowly back
As you're
off.
turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Okay, he's still. I was kind of worried that the guy would just like run away. Oh, it's skittering away. Like a pond skimmer. But huge.
And just like that, it's gone.
What the fuck was that?
Away across the sea's calm mirror, like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
I'm really glad we found the Insulindian phasmid. That was just the weirdest possible place we could find.
And something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
Is that the stuff that came out of the buoy?
It's gone.
The lieutenant looks north with his hand raised to his brow. He can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider.
Yeah.
Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
He shakes his head with amazement. What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Okay.
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Was the phasmid mind controlling him?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Yeah. Grab this real quick. Oh my god, the helmet? Wow. Oh, and a rifle scope. Oh, Classia's passport. It found them because it plays with the buoys. Okay. Why am I... Come on.
What is it?
The old man looks
What do you
around
want from
confused.
me? I can't go.
Why can't you go?
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid? He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Doras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking.
Gently touch his shoulder.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
This guy is fucking dying right in front of us.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Doras?
The lieutenant inspects him gently. Could we just pick him up and put him on the boat?
Trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get
okay.
back. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What happened to this
Old
man?
age and shock.
Looks at him, then you... I think it was the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Yeah, there's something up with
There's
him.
much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reeds. When I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated. It's been here for a long time. Couldn't see it, it's just the reeds.
Could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
He touches the man's shoulder.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it?
He thinks.
Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it...
Yeah, you forget it's there.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
The lieutenant inspects the man. The old man stutters.
The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
I evaluated his state. He seems strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps animation is induced by something in the
It
Phasmid.
does not seem to be animated now it's left.
He looks to
Honestly,
see.
I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
He takes off his glasses and cleans them, then he puts them back on, and he's still staring at the sea. He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it was in its company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him.
Oh my
Like
god.
He didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes.
Oh no.
I hope I remember all of this.
He shakes his head in
This will be
disbelief.
one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the helmet?
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
So it was like, I guess... Yeah. He was
If Kuno
keeping him
kicked
here.
it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Seriously. Show him the passport. The scope.
I lost.
You lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
Does he recognize the
No
passport?
reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Phasmid, can you come back and hide for a little bit? Just so we can get this guy to be coherent for a
Let's have a
second.
closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
He nods toward the old man. Alright. Gonna let you rest now, Mr.
The
Dross.
plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched, and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Dang. Hang tight, man.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
I had some sort of feeling about the other two cops showing up. Where are they? Said something about them arriving. I feel like we should I don't know, put a blanket around the guy or something. Frick, I should really sign off. It's been nearly double the usual amount of time I spent on this. Examined all of that. Still taking it easy on the leg.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like
RCM.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
It may?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
He looks toward the darkened doorway.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
What I'm hearing is we descend from the glorious Revolutionary Army. It's a little embarrassing in 51, though. Maybe we need a rebrand. ICM sounds like ICP, very close to the International Collaboration Police. Nice and normal that way. Just catch your breath. The glorious Revolutionary Army. A little embarrassing in 51, though. We need a rebrand? Just catch your breath.
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
He bows to inspect the barrel. A white star?
No. An upside-down star.
Huh.
With its horns in the sky. The symbol of the commune.
Are the spec stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
Oh, okay.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter.
Yeah.
One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, that's just where we went through. If we go back down to the boat, will the others be here? Because I had a sense of something arriving. Maybe it was them arriving over there?
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's hope he doesn't die while we're returning.
We are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks out over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
I should have been blasting Sad FM again, damn it.
For the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm.
Okay, when we get to the mainland, I have to make myself sign off, cause I got stuff to do at some point, and it's almost 3 a.m.
You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Okay, so I don't have to do it immediately. Kim.
Yes?
That was fucking crazy, huh? I wish I could immediately talk to him about the Phasmid. Why did he do this thing? Why? Yeah, I'm still working on that.